Hi everyone, this is Mr. Fusion Designs and welcome to our channel. Today we are building the Fast and Furious Bill Bryan's Nissan Skyline GTR. And this is pack 4 from issue 9 to 14. So let's take a look at our first magazine. And they have built up the issues now, so we will be doing more issues as we go. So we're doing the front suspension system. Okay, quite a lot involved there, but that should be fun. I do like a bit of a challenge. So let's get on with the first pack. So this is what we have in this issue. So we're gonna take this. This one for now. And let's move that to the side. It's telling us to get this part and to insert this in here like that. I find this quite stiff, and I might see if I could put a bit of oil. I had a bit of bearing oil on my RC, so I might just put just a few drops in here. Be more than enough. I just use one of these that I usually put some glue or whatever. But then I'm gonna just dab a bit of oil, and it will go in just this. Put a little bit in. Don't have to go overboard. A little bit. Good enough, hopefully. If that's a little bit loose. So let's just get the other part fitted, which is this one. And we will go over just like that. That's plastic. We will need AM screws. This is the ones that came in the pack. Let's grab our screwdriver. I'm gonna just put touch of oil on here because it's going into metal. Makes life a lot easier. I think that's a bit too tight, because I'm pretty sure we need to have movement in this. Let's just leave that for now. We need this part and a AIM screw. Just a bit more oil. And with that, this will be, I believe, the top of this. Fits just like that. Oh, I think you can see it has, and it has this just there. I would say that goes there just to have that locking position. Just make sure it's in that position. So I think that's looking quite good. Let's move on to the next part. So it's this part, and we're gonna need our EM screws. Well, we're gonna need 3 of these. It says 2 right now, but I'm gonna take 3 out. Speed up a few things. And again, just a bit of oil. And you have to make sure that you can see it is a bit different. There's this a bit thinner than the top, and you have to put it this direction. And see, just like that. Let's get this screwed in. Oh, that's screwed in place now. It has movement. We are going to need the part we was working on, and now will be screwed in place. Get it lined up. That's screwed in. Now our previous part that we worked on, and we're gonna need to now, sorry, it will be this way round. You can tell which way it is, and the bottom end will just fit like that. I find this build quite impressive. This is all metal. The only part that wasn't metal, there was a bracket we screwed in. I think it was this bracket here. And we will need a IM screw. Well, that's now in place. So many movements in that is quite impressive, really. Oh, we have a few more parts to go. So you can tell which one was which. So we will need this one, and this and this part, it says to save for the next issues. So I believe this is just a push on, which is located just there on that pin. I believe so. There we go. Which I find that quite amazing. I have never done that to any of the other builds. But that brings us to the end of that issue. So let's move on to our next one. So this is issue 10. And I believe, yep, we'll be working on our engine. So there's quite a few parts to be fitted, as you can see. Very impressive. Good look at the end like that. So let's get on with that one. So this is coming in this issue, and then these are black pipes. Well, these are plastic. Let's get this angle right. It is a D-shaped hole. Quite easy to locate. Just push that position. There you go, clicks in. Then we have this, which I have to somehow get this in the right direction. You can see this fits a lot tighter, and there you go. So it's this direction. So now we will need our engine we worked previously on, and we're gonna need some more parts. I believe it's these. Get this in place. Those are screwed in. Onto the next part. Well, we're gonna need this, and that for now. Turn that around, and you can see it's directional, just like that. Same again. Have that. Have this one, and they are both the same. Let's get this in right. And see. Thing. Only one way you can fit these two ready. With that, we will need a DP screw. Two of them. So let's just get our next part, but you can still fit like that. Got this one, and one of the parts we was working on. AP screw, 3 of these. Well, with that, and see the way it goes. Just get this in place. Now we need our engine back, and see a couple of holes there that just go like that, using the top like that. And we will need a AP screw. Get this place. Looking great. You're gonna need one more pipe. I believe it is this one. And sorry, and this part. Gonna need to put this. Okay, and with that we need a KP screw. It was a little bit confusing, but you can see edge hell. Let's just get on to the next part. You can see it follows the pattern. AP screws. And we have our engine back. Well, now we need a AP screw. I just suggest you just get this in place. Once you feel it just enough tight, stop. As you've seen. So now we need our covers, these parts. They should just fit over the top. Okay. And on the other side. A very detailed engine. Quite amazing. Really like it. Oh, now we have one more part, I think. We have these. I believe the way you would do this, you would see all little there. Oh, just rests on. That's how that would. Same on the other side. Both of them now. Very impressive. Have our last part in the package. Just fits. Position. Something like that. And then one more. Was this one? That goes in here. That position. Making sure, yeah. I believe that's how they go. Probably would need a bit of positioning after, but hope you could read. That's looking. Let's get on with the next issue. We have issue 11. I think this is going to be very fiddly because quite a lot to be done there. Get on with that one. Well, these are the parts that come in this issue. So there's a few, you can see quite a lot of really things that needs to be done. It does come with a tweezer. Actually, it seems to be not too bad, but I prepared my one, so I'm gonna work with mines. Got engine back, and this, hopefully you will be able. There's some holes this way. Now we have quite a lot of cutting to do. Gonna need this, and this. These could be spares, I'm not sure yet, but oh. Just to the side for a second. Just here. Like that. Again, the same thing, just cut them off. Go into this hole. Oh, they're all in. It was a bit fiddly. Not easy. We have these injectors that we was working on. This. Now fitted. So we're gonna need this part, these two parts. This one will just fit here. This one, oh, which way? Oh, okay. Now we have these two parts. All to where they go. Okay. I'm just gonna fit these in just for now like that, and come back to that. These are the parts we need. One. This side has a location that we push through. Take this on my car. Have that now. Nice. Bit easy. Not sure the way the angle of the pipe go, but wait, that's fitted. I have a few more parts. You'll be able to see it. The M screw. Get that ready. Going into metal because it says M. I'm gonna put a bit of oil. And then I believe this just fits over that. Like that. And we have just one more to go. Oh goodness. So that's the end of our stage. It was quite fiddly. You had to do quite a lot with that, so had everything fitted. Let's see if I could do this a bit more faster now. This is the right side. Well, this has a lot more movement than the other one, so it doesn't require any oil. And then we had this bracket that fits over. With that we need a AM screw, which is this one. Two of these. So that's moving freely. Now we need to connect this arm just as it shows, like we did before. There's two slots and tell. We need a, where is it? A IM screw. Just one of those. Or oil. Doesn't need much, just enough to have it on the tip. Should be more than enough. Oh, and just making sure. Yep, there's movement there and there. Tighten that up. Believe me, the oil makes a big difference. So we had this part again. You can see it has hole on top, and put this arm like that. We will need EM screws. Two of these. The oil will help a lot, especially on this part. That's now screwed in place. Has movement. So let's just get over our next one. So we have these two parts, and we will need another EM screw. Oh, I thought I had it. Bit of oil. Let's put this through. And with the hole up like that, this will just go on this way. So let's just get off to our next one. We had this one that we worked on previously, like before. Let's put this in here, making sure it goes all the way to the bottom. And we need a AIM screw. This was a lot faster because I knew what I was doing. Quite difficult when you working as you go. All we have to do is put on this dust cover. Was this one? Let's get that there. Let's push this on. That's looking really good. I really like that. Everything is here, what you see is metal. The only thing that's not metal is these two brackets. But that's coming on really nicely. So let's get on our next issue. So now moving on to issue 13. We have in this one front steering and suspension system. Okay, that's interesting. Great. Get on with this one. So we're gonna need some more parts to get this in place. I got a pliers. Hopefully that's gonna make it a lot easier. Put the spring over, and it has a locking mechanism that you, let me just, it goes like that and maneuver. Let's try and get this in place. Sounds easier than line this up. I'm not sure if I need pliers. Hopefully I'm just pushing. We did it. As spring, but we did it. So that's done. So let's work on this side now. Oh, I think on the magazine you can see this point. I think it's going that way. So it will put it just on this, and then we will need to screw that in position. So let's AIM screw. gonna need some oil because it's metal. Let's try to get this in position. And that's great. That's one side. Let's continue. It'll be a little bit easier now. Gonna need this, that, and that. So we're doing the opposite side. And we need a EM screw that way. Slide that through the hole, and you'll see then this point. That makes sense. And then with the larger side, you can see a thinner, larger side, just there. We put our screw through. Let's get that done. That's now in place. Quite difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I did forget to get my spring. Let me just bring that over. A lot of pushing this stage. Wind up. If you remember, we just need to lock this, which is just there. I did manage to do it. So again, I believe just onto the, got that over, and then with location, needs to go there, and we need a IEM screw. Let's screw this in place. There's a bit of oil on there. But that's nicely screwed in place, so let's get on with the next one. We're now working on this part. You can see with this facing the left, and then we get this part, and then this. That's the way this will be going. So we're gonna need with that 2 mm screws, which are these ones. So one side will be fitted this way. You can see a larger hole, and let's line this up. That's gone all the way through. Let's do the same on the opposite side. I am putting a bit of oil on there. So that's now in place. Gonna need now this part, and facing these two screw holes as so, and we just put that. So let's bring the next one. So let's continue to build onto this. So this will just slide, I believe, just on these 2 points. This should get on top of that. Get that ready. Oh, and we will need with that. Oh, I couldn't find the AM in my pack for some reason, but I did have some spare. Well, it always makes handy to keep your spares, as I just did. Well, we're gonna just put in this to some AM screws. Well, that's screwed in place. Now we're gonna put this into our arms on here. One. Same on this side. Two. Yeah, putting quite nicely in place. With that, we need UM screws. Again, a bit of oil. just on top of the joint that we just did. Well, that's both of them screwed, so if that works, as you can see, working great. I have to say I'm very impressed how this is coming along. It looks absolutely amazing. Love it. So let's get on with our next issue. Well, this is issue 14. A nice easy end. Just working on our caliper and our disc. Let's get that done. Oh, issue 14. Make sure you have the screws, there's nothing else inside. Open this up. Put these aside for a second. We have to line these pins. Just, I've seen people having a difficult time putting these together. Probably because there's paint on there. You have to be very careful when putting these together because they can easily break. And if it does, I guess you can glue them together or scrape off some of the paint. I'm taking my put it straight and connect it together. This is a lot difficult than the first one. Let's try this again. Put a bit of oil, that will help. Not too much, just a bit. I did sand back a little bit, pegs, make it a bit smoother, if this helps. Made a big difference. I don't think just by pushing that as it comes, I think now I understand why people had issues. But put a bit of oil and sand it back down, in some of that oil away, and then you shouldn't have any problems. I'm glad that went through, but that's done. Now let's line up our disc. You can see it's the left side now. Line up our with that we need, I think these are ZP screws. Just 2 of these. That's done. So it looks like we are at the end of our pack. Well, we worked on our engine, which is amazing. That I really did enjoy this issue, and we worked on our tire steering rack, and our suspension, so it was really an enjoyable pack. So with that in mind, if you could do us a big favor, if you could subscribe and hit that like button, that would help us a lot. Thanks again for watching. Look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye.